Welcome to the Hickory Hound, offering economic, cultural, and political insight, serving Hickory and the foothills corridor of Western North Carolina. This is the introduction of the Hound's Glossary, and this is Volume 1, the Foundation Batch, a working language for reading the local economy. Every serious body of work needs to define its own working language. Much of the civic language communicated to the public softens economic pressure into challenges and social displacement into, quote, growth. The Hound's language names the machinery creating the stressors. We aren't here to confuse the issues the community faces. Our diagnostic journey involves 4 steps: how to look, what kind of place is this, what pressure looks like, and what comes next. This is a method for looking beneath the public story to see what the local economy is truly producing. Looking past the surface requires structural realism, asking what the system is really producing. The real questions are whether local wages and ownership are rising, and if workers can afford homes. The litmus test is if ordinary households are gaining breathing room. Motion is not strength. Activity is movement, such as announcements, ribbon cuttings, and new projects. Capacity is staying power, including better wages and resilient infrastructure. Being busy isn't the same as becoming stronger. When the story falls behind, we experience an interpretation lag. People feel the math change before institutions and politicians admit to the reality. The world changes first, and the story catches up later. Extended delays in dealing with economic struggles breed frustration and civic distrust. Legacy cities still live with the bones of a past economy. The old bargain of stability and lower costs has been replaced by a thinner, more fragile reality. The burden is carrying the reflexes of an economic model that no longer exists, so it can no longer support the working class folks it once did. The expiration of the old bargain shows 4 scenarios. The Hickory discount meant people accepted lower wages because costs were low. Costs rose faster than local wages, leading to the expired discount, stagnant wages, and higher costs. The anatomy of a squeezed household shows how basic costs like rent, food, and insurance fill 95% of a household's capacity, leaving a minimal margin. This erosion of stability is the shrinking center. These costs press the same household, putting families in the pressure zone. The bill for avoiding the truth is reality debt. This debt grows when leaders repeat narratives of progress, while households lose stability. The longer the gap is ignored, the more expensive it becomes to correct, because a community cannot repair what it refuses to name. The value siphon creates an extraction economy. Outside corporations and developers benefit from local infrastructure. This is the drain. Local households experience a shortfall, not gaining enough ownership, wage strength, or stability in return. The engine of extraction shows the interconnected mechanics of how a legacy city survives or erodes. Activity leads to reality debt. The extraction economy breaks the Hickory discount, which squeezes the household margin, creating a shrinking center. The current goal of the Hound is to move from discovery to architecture. The work shifts from digging the well to building the connective tissue. The mandate is to protect household margin, strengthen local ownership, stabilize housing, and reduce extraction. We must stop confusing appearance with progress. We cannot repair what we refuse to name. The goal is not to win a debate, but to see clearly enough so that the same mistakes are not repeated under newer, shinier names. This is the Foundation Batch, a working language for real community strength. Thank you for watching the Hickory Hound. You can subscribe and send feedback through the provided links. Let's keep pushing the signal forward.